Hi everyone, Corey here with Team Cramer Fishing, and this video is going to be about something that I neglected for a long time as an angler in considering the effect it would have on fishing, and that is the wind. So that's what this video is going to be about. Okay everyone, if you'll excuse my crude artistic ability here, what you're going to see in this video is the fish that I'm going to catch. Almost the entire reason I was able to find them is because the wind was blowing so hard. Now, when 4 or 5 years ago, when the wind was blowing 20 miles per hour in this direction and I was fishing from the bank, I would usually like to go fish on the other side of the bank so that when I cast, the wind would blow my lure out and I could cast farther, and it just made for a lot easier fishing from the bank. It wasn't blowing in your face, it wasn't as cold. So your initial, if you're not a real experienced angler, you haven't really thought about this much, your initial inclination might be to fish with the wind at your back. But I'll tell you right now that that's the wrong thing to do in almost every single case in my experience. So when it's a windy 20 mile per hour day, 25 maybe in this case, 20, 25, something like that, you want to face into the wind if you can and try to get your gear set up so that you can cast into the wind. I'm using 4-pound line that helps me cast into this wind, and I also kind of whip the lure along, almost like a skipping cast, but I don't skip it, just so I'm not lobbing it up into the air. Even with the spinning rod, one of the reasons I like the kind of shorter spinning rods is because I can flip them like that. So they just skim along the top of the water and under some of that wind. And that allows me to cast farther, even though I'm going into the wind. And then I generally you can use heavier baits to do it, but you kind of have to choose between heavier bait or lighter line. So if you have to go up to 6 or 8 pound or whatever, then you're going to need to go up to, you know, like a 1/8 ounce, 1/2 ounce, whatever, 1/4 ounce. I'm using 1/16 ounce with 4-pound line, and so I was able to cast into the wind. The thinner line does well on the wind too, but the fish in this case, with this wind plowing in, they were stacked up mostly right in this pocket along this jetty. So the jetty came out, they made a pocket, and what happens is this wind just stirs up all kinds of stuff. The waves crash against the sand, against the rocks. It stirs up food for the small fish, and it pushes a lot of things that are just floating around in the water over to one side of the lake. And especially if you can find a pocket, it's good. So if you can imagine in this, if the wind was reversed and let's say it was going this direction, like this, any kind of, that's really horrible arrows there, okay, a direction like that. So if it had been blowing like that for all day long, and then this is water that's coming in, if you get it like a perfect setup, this is how you get it. The water flows in, the wind is blowing the opposite direction, pushing food in, so you have food coming from both directions, and then this area here is where you want to fish. Maybe probably anywhere in this area, because a lot of the bait fish, all the food basically is gonna be pushing in that way, washing in and being blown by the wind. In this case, there wasn't an inlet here. They were just getting brushed into this pocket here, and I was able to catch some fish. So when you go out on a windy day, especially if it just started, it might not have had time to move a lot of the food around for the bait fish. But if it's been blowing hard for like a day, just go out there, brave it, face right into it, try to find some structure, some pocket that where things could be kind of gelling together. It doesn't mean you couldn't find fish all along here perhaps, but you know, if you're going to target an area, you want to target those pockets that the wind is blowing into. So with that, let's get into the fishing for this video. There's a fish. Just when I was getting worried. What do we get? Let's see, I'll try to tuck you guys out of the wind a little bit. See what we have here. Open your mouth, dude. That's a little wiper, I believe, because these bars they don't go straight across. So first species, he hit pretty hard. I thought it probably had a crappie on, a bigger crappie instead. Smaller wiper, but hey, I'll take it. I'll let this guy get back in. Get a little closer here before there he goes. Oh man, I was reeling in to check my line and I just got smashed. And this is a size 20 hook on 4-pound line, and that's a big fish. Okay, I'm gonna need my net probably to get him out. My net out here. Maybe. The wind isn't helping me any. Isn't doing me any favors here. Let's see if we can get this guy in. This is going to be a contest. I saw him flash side look like a white bass from a distance, and he looked pretty decent, but I barely, oh yeah, I think I'm right. Now this is where my long net comes in. Nice flexible pull. Got him. Nice. All right, let's see what we got, guys. All right, folks. You can see tiny size 20 hook right here in the mouth. Came out. 4-pound line, and that is solid white bass right there. Definitely, whoops, maybe if I tilted my camera back up. Solid white bass. Man, definitely keeper size right there if we wanted to keep it. My net just got blown off the picnic table. It's blowing so hard. I'm trying to keep you guys out of the wind a little bit. Man, I'm tempted to keep this guy, but I'm gonna put him back. This is actually a species that Vivian needs for her species list still. And it's only the second or third one that I've caught on the channel. So I'm gonna go down here, out of the wind, let this guy go. Pretty interesting, he didn't hit it until I started reeling in and hit it on the way in. All right. Oh, there's another one. Oh no, my net is way over there. Crap. See if I can get to it. He's going around my other rods. Feels bigger too. Actually, that's good. I want him to come around here. Around here so I can get my net. Got it. This one, man, he is fighting like crazy. Wind is catching my net and I can't flip it around. Holy crap. There we go. I only have 4-pound line on this one too, so you gotta be careful. Ugh. Man, that wind's blowing over 20 miles per hour, I think. Nice. Make sure my camera's on. Nice wiper this time. Awesome. He's heavier for sure. Man, and he was fighting like crazy. It's going to be a challenge getting a bigger one in on 4 pound, but I think I can do it, man. That wind is so hard trying to get my, it was catching my net and I couldn't even extend it out there, but I'll take that guy. First wiper, bigger wiper I've caught in a while. He's over a pound probably. Really thick. All right, back in, pal. Nice. I like days when I catch fish. There's a fish. A little smaller one this time. Don't think I need the net for this guy. Nice little, kind of hard to tell on this one. He has one bar that's not quite even, but I'd say it's probably a little wiper if I had to guess. Oh baby, let him get big.